Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of Thomas. Mr. Thomas, state your name for the record.
McGarry Thomas. All right.
Your Honor, this is the show cause hearing for money owed. When I spoke with Ms. Thomas a few days ago, we were going to ask for an adjournment. Was in custody, he's out of custody, he's getting back on his feet. However, now that he's back in custody, he's obviously not working. So I just asked to set this out.
Well, I think what I'm going to do is I'll just refer this to collections.
Ms. Rushing?
Judge.
Good morning. Want to state your appearance?
Yes, Judge, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Looks like I was having some connection issues. I apologize. Your Honor, Sydney Rushing, appearing on behalf of Mr. Mack this morning, and I'm standing in for his attorney of record, Mr. Bird. Mr. Mack, is that okay with you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state your name.
Carlos Mack.
And can you state your name for the record?
We got that. I have here that an alcohol screening assessment was completed and defendant is currently being held with no bond because of his Soberlink violation.
That is correct, Your Honor. It's my understanding that to complete his assessment, he cannot do the portion that he has to complete yet in the custody. I believe that there is a request and agreement to allow him to be released on a scram tether so that assessment can take place and that his sentencing can proceed forward at the next date.
All right. Okay. I will allow the defendant to be released from custody with a scram tether that must be fitted on the defendant prior to release. Ms. Blair, were you going to do that referral or did you want to?
I can do it, Your Honor, if you'd like, or,
Ann already
got
got it. All right. And that will be prior to release. Defendant is then referred to Von Swartz for an alcohol screening and assessment. And the sentence in this case will be adjourned to February 11th, 2026 at 9 a.m. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Judge. Happy New Year.
Also, she said he's in the building.
Yep, I had to take my shoes and stuff off.
Is that what the delay was?
Yep,
Cause she said you were in the building and I'm
Yeah, I was
like,
in the building.
the building's big, but it wasn't that big.
Yep, I had to take my shoes and stuff off.
You better thank Miss Payton, because
Okay.
I was ready to issue the bench warrant. I didn't think you were coming.
Okay.
That'd be a shame. Like I said,
Nah,
Mr. Evans hasn't lied to me yet, so that streak remains true today. So, Your Honor, we're here for a review, but I believe it's a show cause on payments.
Yes.
I believe the last time we were here, a payment plan was set up. Mr. Evans obviously was unable to keep up with that payment plan. He states to me that he did call maybe about a month ago to explain that he wasn't able to do the payment plan because he had his Social Security. He's in a situation right now because it was shut off and he's trying to get those payments reinstated. His
Social Security got shut off?
Yeah.
You know, what I was doing was I had to have 20 points to get my full retirement. So I was working and I wasn't totally putting all my wages at that
So you
particular
were
time.
trying to work so that you could maximize your Social Security.
Right.
And then what happened?
So they start taking the money, whereas I wasn't getting like $80-some from 1,000. You know, so they don't clear it up.
So then they were cutting your check because you had worked.
Right.
Because you were
Right. But I had to do one or the other because I had to have the 20 points to be able to get my full retirement. It was 2 points a year, so.
Yeah. Had a warrant out of 14-3. And I don't know what that's. You see it?
Yeah, it looks like it's a warrant from December 15th, bond $7,500. It was a show cause.
All right, so here's what I'll do since you appeared. And Miss Hay, the case number on that is 1930346.
0346, Your Honor, last four.
Yes.
Thank you.
So on that case, what I'm gonna do. They won 14, 26. We have a show cause date for Judge Fisher.
I don't, but I can reach out and make sure it goes on the
All right.
ROA before it goes done.
What I'll do is I'll cancel the warrant,
Thank you, Your Honor.
give you a personal recognizance, $5,000 bond on that case. Don't mess up. You need to show up.
What is that for?
And then we're gonna reach, that was a show cause probably for fines and costs. But it's before another judge,
Oh,
Judge Fresh Hour.
oh,
Okay, so I'm canceling the warrant on that. Give you a PR, and then my staff's gonna reach out and try to get you the date that you gotta show up.
okay.
All right, I'm doing you a big favor, because normally I just take you in.
I appreciate it.
All right,
I had came down last month and talked to the clerk there and explained the situation. I told her that on the 20th, that I was gonna bring $100 in on the 20th. That'd be this coming Monday or Tuesday, that I was gonna bring $100 in on my,
are you gonna have it?
yes, I have it. I have it for sure.
Do this. All right, in case. Case here. So when we give you the date to appear before Judge Fresh Hour, take that $100 that you're having so that you have that when you get there on that case,
Okay,
because I don't want it.
okay,
You hear me?
okay, yeah.
Okay,
What is that?
and what I'm gonna do in this case is, given your circumstances that you've explained, and I believe you, I'm gonna waive all but the $125 state fees, which can just sit there for the moment, okay? And then I'm just gonna close this case out. You're all done with me.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
You're welcome. And I don't know why I'm doing that for you. Huh?
I don't know, but I guess it's my time.
Okay.
I guess it's my time.
Well,
I thank you, I appreciate it.
you put forth the effort to get here
Yes,
and kept in contact with your attorney so that she was giving everybody a blow by blow thing of
right.
where you were. All right. So we lost track of you. It's kind of like when they send those spaceships up. And like you lose track of them. And there's no communication. We lost track of you for a minute.
Uh-huh,
You were in the building. We just didn't know where.
right,
You didn't
okay.
get lost.
The show cause will be February 2nd at 1 PM.
Okay, your show cause before Judge Fresh Hour
Uh-huh,
is gonna be February 2nd, 2026 at 1 PM.
okay,
So make sure to have that $100 so you can pay something on that case.
okay,
Okay, I don't need it.
okay then, thank you.
Okay,
Yes,
you're
thank you.
welcome, sir. You have a great day,
You
okay?
too.
Thank
Stay
you, Your
warm
Honor.
out there.
Thanks. Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Kearney on behalf of Mr. Dooley, who is approaching. Mr. Dooley,
Calvin Dooley.
thank you. Your Honor, today
Thank you.
is the date and time
Thank you.
set for sentencing. We did review the recommendation. We do ask that you adopt it. For the most part, we are requesting the court to consider a reduced probationary term, perhaps a 6-month term. Mr. Dooley is before the court for sentencing on a first-time operating while intoxicated case. His last conviction was over 10 years ago. This offense date was almost 5 months ago. He's had no other convictions or other interactions with the criminal justice system since that conviction last 10 years ago. And then this offense date, he has been compliant on bond. I know there was a report with some late tests, but he has been on the Soberlink for 3 months, blowing 3 times a day. He's not tested positive for any alcohol or substances. In this case, he was very cooperative at the scene. He blew a .13. He did bring $500 to pay his fines and costs. However, there was an issue with a clerical error at the court. He is not working right now because the case was filed, or coded incorrectly, that he pled to operating while intoxicated, not visibly impaired. He got a letter from Secretary of State stating that his license was suspended when it should not have been. So he hasn't been driving because of that, which has.
That was right after the plea that happened.
Right.
I think they had brought that to my attention. We don't enter it. I mean,
This court, right, right. And I tried to explain to Mr. Dooley, that it was a human error, but it never should have happened because
It shouldn't
his
have.
license was improperly suspended, and obviously getting around in Michigan with no license is very difficult.
Especially out
So.
I remember it being brought to my attention, but like I said, I don't enter it. Did they get it corrected?
Yes,
that I know of. I don't. To me, I mean, I ain't get nothing in the mail, so I haven't been driving still because I'm trying to honor what you said. So
I spoke with Miss Wielding this week, and she was able to contact the clerk's office, and the clerk's office emailed yesterday or Monday that they resent the abstract to Secretary of State.
Can
So
you run it? I don't know that they ran me.
I don't know if the abstract is correct.
Well, right, but I don't care about that. I just want to know because just run it.
so yeah, he does construction. So obviously not being able to drive, not
No, I
being
know.
able to get to work has impacted that. So he has brought the $500 to demonstrate to the court that he takes it seriously. He wants to do what he needs to do. But obviously that has impacted things over the last couple of months. And I didn't catch it. Mr. Dooley brought it to my attention. He got the letter, I think, early December, and really just was kind of like, I want to comply with what the court says, but did bring it to my attention this week. So I wanted to bring it to the court's attention too, that obviously that's impacted his life significantly.
Is there anything you want to say before I say?
no, man. I mean, no, sir. I was really conversation with her, but it was like,
Oh, you gave me a promotion.
no, I'm sorry. Like that. Pretty much, I learned my lesson with this. Like, I'm not a drinker. I just decided to go out with a few friends. I barely go out, so I did something stupid, and I'm paying for it with money, and that's pretty much like anybody that know me. Money is my everything. So you're making me spend it all. I learned my lesson. I'm good on it.
I don't know what this means.
And I was just trying to make sure that my paperwork do say
Visibly impaired.
visibly impaired instead of driving under the influence, because not y'all court, but I had a prior situation where I was double charged. Well, I ain't gonna say double charged, but they made two. I don't know how to say it. I had two of the same charges on one case, and I've been trying to get my felonies expunged, and that was one of the reasons why they kind of held me up, because they say they put 2 counts, and I only got charged with, well, convicted of 1, and they had 2 counts. I just want to make sure my paperwork right, so at the end of this, I can actually do what I was priorly doing beforehand, trying to get my everything back.
So I see it as suspended, but it looks like he's operating off a 625G permit.
They did send me something to say a restriction for 190 days.
Yeah.
And they extended it some more because of taking a plea to the DUI or whatever. So they extended it to November. It was supposed to be to June, but then they extended it to the 11th of November, 2026.
Yeah, well, and I believe once it's corrected to visibly impaired, the restricted period is shorter
Shorter,
than the
right?
operating while
Right.
intoxicated.
I'm just looking for it.
And I think, Mr. Dooley, while the court's reviewing that, they did say that they fixed the file, so at the clerks at the front, they can give you all the paperwork that says that it was visibly impaired.
All
They're the
right.
people behind the glass.
All right, right at the front, right? I paid them too, though, right? That's
Yep.
where I paid them.
Yep.
So, row. Here it is.
There's one more thing. They still gonna do the 30
Now,
while I'm waiting.
well, that's the
Doing
card.
Doing 30 days.
And-
So once. So the court is the Soberlink 30 days, you'll have to comply with that. For the 30 days for the suspension. I think we have to wait until Secretary.
I want, I mean, suspension, is
How
suspended.
long were you expecting the restriction,
How long was I suspended?
No.
Oh,
council?
So it's visibly impaired, there should be no suspension, just I believe it's 150 days restricted, is that right?
No, I think you're right. I'm just saying,
180 days.
yeah, it should be
190.
restricted, but I don't see anything so weird. Because as I'm looking at it right now, on both parts of this that I would look at it, it tells me that that he's suspended. But then he has a restricted license. So they may be the same thing, that your suspended followed by restricted license.
Right,
So it's restricted.
once the suspension lifts.
If I can help you, they sent
But
me,
why does he have, I guess I'm trying to figure out,
because they sent me. a
they've got
letter
him
saying I want
suspended
to-
from December 24th through June 21st, 2026. Then he's eligible for a restricted, basically a 1-month suspension on his license. So as it sits right now, as I'm looking at this, he's not eligible to drive right now
Right.
until not this Friday, but the next Friday.
That's why I was saying they
Right.
suspended it for a month, and she told me I wasn't supposed to be suspended.
Right.
So I haven't been driving. My fiance been driving.
She's having a driving.
And she don't like
Is she
it.
yelling at you?
She don't like driving.
Huh?
She don't like driving.
She doesn't like driving?
We on 3 vehicles.
Like with
Don't-
everything, like
don't like
everything is your fault anyway. Right? Isn't that right, man? See? So you have my permission that as you're driving around to yell at him. Okay? Anyway, anything else you want to say before I?
One question about the Soberlink, because I know I'm supposed to go right on probation. So it got me saying that I was supposed to blow again for 30 more days on the Soberlink. So I'm paying for that plus probation.
Pardon?
That's what I'm saying. I gotta pay for the Soberlink. I already know that, right? So you extended it for 30 more days after being on probation. So I'm gonna be going on a breathalyzer with the link. And
Unless you want to do 4 days.
no, I'm good.
I mean, that's what it is. Your sober link's extended for that period of time, and I don't give the jail time on this. All right. Anything else?
No, sir.
The court acknowledges this is not a serious misdemeanor as defined by statute, however, does believe there are reasonable grounds to depart from the presumption of a non-probationary sentence. The alcohol screening and assessment identifies the benefit of early intervention and abstinence from all intoxicants. Therefore, the court will follow the recommendation of probation for a probationary sentence with the stated rehabilitative goals to promote change, prevent recidivism, and monitor compliance with recommended treatment. So therefore, the sentence of the court, I am going to impose the 12 months probationary term. He's to pay $855 fines and court costs, $100 prosecution recovery costs, $100 police agency recovery costs, $360 probation oversight fees. You're to pay $500 today. When do you think you can pay the balance, sir?
When I can get a job.
Okay, well, that doesn't help me here. So what I'm gonna do is pay $500 today. Then a payment plan as arranged by probation. Do it that way. It's new use of alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal substance. You'll be subject to random testing as requested by probation. You're to complete the alcohol highway safety education program. You're to provide proof of victims' impact panel attendance to probation. The Soberlink will continue for an additional 30 days in lieu of 4 days in jail. And sir, I'm just gonna remind you that you got some later missed tests. Just don't miss any of the tests because I don't want to impose a jail time, but I will. And then I'll order 93 days in jail. Credit one, the balance suspended. Just briefly back to the, where would I don't see on here where there's a correction. Where there's a correction to the abstract.
Your Honor, I looked at it as well. I don't see that it's been done. It still shows an operating. intoxication.
Yeah, it's still showing up as that charge, and if it were corrected,
It's less points.
well, it's less points, but it's also, it would, I'd see the correction, like he wouldn't currently be suspended.
Right. I just think it hasn't made its way. Carrie emailed me,
Who did?
um,
The clerk's office.
Carrie, is it Miss
Carrie?
Carrie, or I don't know if Carrie's his first name, I apologize.
What date was that?
Um,
Cause this,
that was this week, so that's why I think, oh, yeah, Mr. Jones on, yeah, Tuesday, so I don't know how long it would take
Tuesday,
this week.
so yesterday.
Yeah, so he says that the charge is corrected in JAS and a corrected abstract was sent to Secretary of State. So I think that's why it
So
just hasn't.
JIS shows what he clicked.
Now, yes.
It does. All right. Okay. All right, thank you. If you have that email, just make sure that for your client's sake to hold on to that email in case something goes haywire. But I mean, after next Friday, I don't think there's gonna be an issue,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. But
All
the points should be corrected and his criminal history should be corrected, so that's,
Right, and I can see something else on there. I don't have it right in front of me, but that's okay. The points might be important because I think he had something out of Monroe. Relatively recent, something that I saw, and you don't want to get to that threshold that all of a sudden, next thing you know, you're down there trying to figure out that they start doing something else because of that. So, if we can also make sure, and then we'll get to the PD's office that. Why don't we look at just mark a calendar next Wednesday to run it and check it, and then we'll make sure that it's off. Because that's gonna be important, because once the suspension period ends, they're gonna look at it there anyway, and that could cause some problems. So we'll double check on it on that. Okay.
thank you.
Calls the case, People versus Sandra Leonard.